Hey, Michael Leckie here. Just a little follow-up on the video. Thank you first so much for those of you who have watched my video about is it better to quit or get fired. I've gotten unprecedented amount of response and a reaction to that, and surprised me a great deal. So I thought maybe it's time to go ahead and share a little bit about what I'm hearing from you as I've gone through and watched this, kind of go a bit viral, if you will. And I think the first thing is that some people have made clear, hey, but it's not that easy. Should I quit or get fired? It's not something that there's a clear-cut choice. I'm not advocating that always, quit and never get fired. Because I told you that, getting fired from something is one of the best things that ever happened to me. What I was talking about and what people have responded to is you do need to be thoughtful about it, but you need to be realistic. You need to be realistic about the fact that if you're in a place that you're unhappy, you can't not quit forever because you eventually will get fired because it makes you less effective, less good at what you do. I look back at those times on jobs where I quit or where I was, potentially going to get fired. And the reason I was potentially going to get fired is because the quality of my work, try as I might, just degraded when my heart wasn't in it. It's so hard to do work that your heart's not in. So if you find yourself faced with this dilemma, would it be better for me to quit or to get fired? What you know is that something has to change. And it may mean you can change it within the job, within the organization. There's lots of possibilities. Those are not the only two options, but you need to be thinking about it. And what that also leads me to is the fact that one of the reasons this has gotten so much reaction is because so many people are thinking about, should I quit before I get fired, or should I try and hang on? And that tells us there's still something really, really wrong with work. There's really something really wrong with work for a lot of people. So one of the things that I would encourage you to think about is, if I'm asking myself this question, what is the fundamental problem? Is it I'm a place where I can't live my passion? Is it because I'm working with someone that makes it hard for me to really engage with what I'm doing? Is the type of work we do? Is there something else I want to do more? And I'm not saying you have to do anything about changing your job, but what I am recommending is you start really getting clear on what is it I really want to do. Because maybe it can be found right there in that organization. Maybe it can be found right there in that job. You just haven't looked at it the right way, so you need to step back. So if you find yourself asking yourself, should I quit before I get fired here? It's probably a much bigger question, which is, what am I doing here? And that's not a question that you want to answer with a negative answer, like, what am I doing here? It's, what am I doing here? What led me here? What about it drew me in? What can I get out of it? Where's the value to be had? What can't I get? If I can't get that yet, can I create it? But get really curious about why you are, where you are, and you will end up being at the place that you most likely need to be.